What is going on, you guys? It's Kavar here, and I'm back with another video. And in today's video, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. This video is specifically for my 4C guys and girls who want to achieve that wash and go effect, but can't seem to get it right because when we get into the shower, we face a lot of issues with shrinkage. So I have a solution for that, and the solution for that is using mousse. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I achieve this style, please be sure to keep watching. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy what you see. Okay, let's get started. All right, guys, I'm back again, and this is what my hair looks like when it's completely blown out. As you can see, it's nice and wavy. There's a lot of body. So as I did mention before in the beginning, when working with 4C hair, water is our worst enemy. So doing a type of wash and go style, you do not want to be using any water. You want your hair to be completely blown out. And the products that I'm going to be using today are very simple. We're going to be using a mousse. The mousse that I'm using today is going to be the Cream of Nature coconut milk. I got it when it was on sale. It's about $5 for this. And then you want to be using a denman brush. We're going to be using this to make sure that our ends stay really curly and defined. So yeah, so let's just get started. How I'm going to do that is I'm just going to take one of these combs here, and I'm just going to grab a small section of my hair and part it like so. And after doing that, what you want to do is you want to take the mousse and squirt it on top and rake your fingers through the hair and manipulate your curls. Okay guys, so I already got started. So as you can see, I did a few here. They're still drying with the mousse. So how I'm gonna go about it is I'm just gonna take my rat tail comb and I'm just gonna fish it through my hair like so. You want to work in really small sections because if you work too big, it's just going to make everything really clumpy. If you notice, working with our hair texture, you really do have to work in small sections, whether that's with like dreads or curls with like a roller set, because if you do things too big, it's just gonna clump at the roots. So, and if it does get clumpy when you're doing this technique, you want to make sure all that means is just to take smaller sections and then just pull. So how I'm going to do this, I'm going to go in with the mousse and I'm just going to spray it like so. I want to make sure my hair is fully saturated. Now the closer you go to the root, the more shrinkage you will get. It won't be shrinkage like water, but you're going to definitely lose some length the closer you go to the root. So I always like to go to just about here. And then I just like to smooth it through. And then I like to rake it through with my fingers and have them separate naturally like that. And after I've done that, I go in with my denman brush and I put it in through like this. And then I just pull it through the denman brush like that. And that will really get the ends to really be nice and defined. And you add more mousse as needed. Go back in again. I'm just gonna curl a little bit at the ends and then just let it go. So here you could see it's a little bit big. So I'm just gonna separate as needed. That one there was a perfect one. Here. These ones aren't too bad, but I think I'm gonna separate this one here. So I just take a tiny bit more mousse just to make sure my hands aren't dry. I'm gonna rake it through. Do you see how like when I grabbed it, it naturally separated? So that's where it needs to separate. So I'm gonna grab it right here, do a little twirl, and then just let it hang like that. And that's it. Same thing here. If it's a little bit big, all you need to do, grab mousse, just a little bit, bind it together, and then do that. And eventually it will form. Okay. And that's it. You just do the rest of the head. moving on to my next section, I'm gonna do the same thing, going with my rat tooth comb. I'm just gonna comb everything through seamlessly. Make sure it's nice and detangled. You wanna make sure it's detangled because if you have little knots in your hair, it's just gonna make the ends look really bad. And what makes the look in the end is the ends. The ends are the most important part because that's where you're gonna see the most definition. Our hair texture doesn't really have a lot of like a very strong curl patterns, so we have to rely on our ends to give us the most curly effect. All right, so you might think it might be looking a little bit crazy at first, but just trust the process. It's gonna look really good in the end. And also remember guys, so you want to do it, you might not be able to see it like this on the camera, but you want to be parting and sectioning with your fingers, adding more mousse if you need it. If you feel it getting a little bit dry, you want to add more mousse. And you're doing it where you want to grab the hair from where it naturally separates, and then you want to kind of coil it at the bottom, and the smaller the sections, the better. So rake it through, pull it, and then coil it like that. If you find it getting puffy, all you need to do is make the section smaller. Like that. I love it already. It's looking really nice. So yes, please trust the mousse. At first I was confused and I didn't think that mousse would work, but mousse really holds the hair in place and you do not need gel. What I love about mousse as well is that it doesn't flake. So if you find that sometimes if you use gel in your hair and you leave it in for a long time, leave it in for 2 weeks, and you're gonna start to see flaking and it's just really disgusting, but mousse never does that. So yeah, mousse is the way to go. Okay guys, so it's been about an hour and this is how far I've gotten. As you can see, I've done the majority of my head. I went ahead and did the back off screen, and now I only have this part left. Now this is a really time consuming hairstyle to do, but the process is worth it in the end. And as you can see, this is what my ends are looking like. Very curly, very nice. Obviously, as I said before, our hair texture doesn't really have that much definition because it's very kinky, but you could see that there's still some really nice definition in here regardless. All right, so when you're doing this, you want to make sure that you're not latching any hair onto any loose hair. You want to make sure that you're looking in the mirror. Right now, I'm filming, so I can't really see too well. But if you did happen to mess one of them up like I did these ones, all you need to do is not worry. Just go back in with your comb everything out, and then go back in with the mousse. Part it with your fingers where it would naturally separate, and then you want to coil the ends just like that. Saturate the top part and then coil the ends like that, and that's it. And you just leave it. Looking good so far. All right guys, so this is what my hair looks like once I've completely added all of the coils. So I've let it sit for about 30 minutes. So what I'm going to be doing next is I'm going to be taking my pick, now that my hair is all dry. I'm just going to be lightly pushing my hair up just to give it a little bit of volume. So with the pick, you just want to make sure you're targeting the roots. And what I kind of like to do is make sure that the hairs are pretty much sticking up so I can see the blonde. You could also use your fingers too to just really manipulate everything and make it look nice to your liking. Alright guys, so that concludes the end of this video. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. As you can see, that is how you do a wash and go set with 4C hair texture. And if you found this video very informative, I would love if you guys please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I can't wait to hang out with you guys again. I have a lot more videos coming up. I have some hair videos, some makeup videos, so stay tuned for that. And I will see you guys in the next video, okay? Take care, bye.